Hello, this is Malorian, and this is going to be the first game of the month-long tournament up here in Fort Mac, and it's actually going to be Dwarves versus Dwarves. You know, wouldn't you know it, there's like just two of us, but we got paired up first thing. At least we have a pretty different build, whereas I have everything pretty balanced and a little bit of everything. Well, a lot of shooting, but still a lot of everything. He's more with like two big blocks, strong lord, one cannon just in case there's a monster. So it's really a thing of like lots of units and some minimalized hordes versus some elite hordes and a strong lord to back them up. So that'll be the kind of game. We did get Blood and Glory though, so it is going to come down to that. But for the most part, I just want to get in there, have some fun, win the game, and get on to the next game in this tournament. So let's see what happens. All right, so here we have the board of the game. So this is going to be packed with terrain because, of course, I rolled 10 pieces. We have two rivers here, one on either side. A mysterious forest that turned out to be a venom thicket. We have a bane stone you see there by the bridge on the right. Then we have, like, Evil Town here, which had a tower of blood and a couple of walls. There's also a fence that we kind of added to that as well. A wall back on his side, and two sphinxes. So stuff's just all over the place here for terrain. But most of it not going to be mattering too much, except for that little building there. So the game here, of course, Blood and Glory, we can be a little bit further up, can't be around the sides, which works well because we got these rivers here. And really looking at my stuff, I got my shield warriors there on the left, then the great weapon guys with the BSB. You can see all the war machines across here. And then for his part, you can't really see them too well, but on the other side of that Tower of the Blood, he actually has a unit of his Thunderers, and in there he has his Rune Priests. He has then these warriors with great weapons, and there's freaking 50 of them. Then he has a cannon, and then he has a big unit of 50 hammerers. And he has his lord in there, and I assume his lord is scary. And so really looking at this one, going for victory points is probably not wise because he has so much points tied in those big units, it's going to be hard to take them away, especially from the hammerers. However, this is also Blood and Glory, so if I could figure out a Blood and Glory win, this could actually work. The problem is that I would like to do it in a way that I could avoid the stubborn hammerers, but because he has 3 banners, I just can't do it. I basically need to make it so that's my target. I need to take out the hammerers. I need to then run down the Lord, basically, and somehow just tie up the rest. So my hope is that my warriors going into the buildings will be able to redirect and basically distract his warriors with great weapons. My miners coming on will try and do the same thing really, and then basically my whole goal is to destroy that one unit of hammerers and the Lord, which is no small task. So after my first turn, luckily I get the first turn with this, and I get a really good start where my Grudge Thrower lands, kills like 11 guys, both the organ guns open up, and yeah, I've already cut this unit down quite a bit. So this is a really good start. The bad thing is my anvil misfired and can't be used next turn, and I really wanted to use it, but whatever. Either way, my warriors are moving up to the building, and my other warriors is going around the flank, really. His turn, not too much to really do. He moves up, shoots a couple of warriors on the left, and otherwise just moving on up. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, he has so many points in these units here, he doesn't really have much else to play with. On my turn, my miners come up back here to deal with the cannon, and unfortunately without the anvil they won't be charging, but again, I'm also hoping this will distract his unit to turn around and deal with me. Otherwise, my cannon decides to explode, but hey, in this game I don't really need this war machine. And otherwise, at the end, it looks like this. So my warriors are now inside the building. I mean, I saw from which way his warriors were going that he was taking the bait. If they weren't, and they were going to be joining the fight against my great weapons, I would have reformed to look at the other building and hop over that way. But I'm going to make it look like I'm really going after his thunderers and sweeping around there. And otherwise after my shooting, yeah, now he's down to just 2 ranks worth of his hammers. So it's really coming a long way. Meanwhile, on his turn, yeah, he's pretty much just moving up and really dedicating his great weapons to the left side, so that's great to see. His cannon turned around and grape shot, but rolled a 2, so only killed 1 guy. And otherwise, yeah, his hammerers are moving up, and now I can really jump in and get them. So on my turn, hey, my anvil misfires again, so and it's also can't do this turn or next turn, so normally my anvil is like a star for me, but not this game. Otherwise, after everything's said and done, I charge the cannon and destroy it. I come out the building the other side. And then otherwise, yeah, I just pretty much shoot up the unit, move up my guys, and there you go. On his turn, it was actually kind of like a tongue-in-cheek thing where I actually used my Master Rune of Challenge on them. I mean, of course he's going to charge, but I mean, here, I mean, I'm not really too worried about this. Unless the Lord has, took the Unbreakable, or, yeah, I think there's the 100-point one that makes him stubborn or something. I don't know, but what should happen here is I should kill all the hammerers, and he'll just break. He does make a challenge, though, and I decided to take with my BSB because, hey, I'm defensive enough. I shouldn't die, and, I don't know. I could just turn down the challenge, but at this point, why not, right? I might as well take the challenge. So after everything is said and done, I kill all the hammerers. He kills, 5 of my guys. We win the challenge. We exchange wounds, and then we run down the Lord. And so with those 3 points down, he's down to his breaking point, and that's the game. So there you go, a big win for the Dwarves, my Dwarves. And it really just came down to the whole fact where, in this Blood and Glory, I had a lot of shooting. I could really smash down those hammerers. And as strong as hammerers are, they die as easily as regular warriors. So once you start dropping down, those grudge throwers and shooting them with organ guns, and they were by the Bane Stone, they go down fast, kill off the one unit, and that's the game. So I felt kind of like a jerk because of the way that went down. It was like, haha, shoot, 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 shoot. I mean, at least I didn't have the anvil going too, so he's also going half speed. But yeah, I did feel kind of bad for this. At least we did have some chuckles, and met a new gamer, and there you go, got the win. And we'll catch you next time. Bye.